Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how I change my pump. I am a type 1 diabetic. It's sort of a long process, so just bear with me. Quick trigger warning, there are needles. So this part that I'm unwrapping right here, that is called a cannula, and this needle right here is just how I get the insulin from the insulin capsule to the pump. That is the insulin right there. So the first thing that I do is put air into the needle shot. It can be a little bit hard at first because of the pressure. Always make sure that the amount of air you're putting in is the amount of insulin that you're also going to be putting in. So here you can see it is a bit of a struggle because of all of the air bubbles and the pressure, so I'm not properly able to fill the needle. And as you can see, there was a big thing of bubbles that went up because I pulled it out too quickly. You can see here that I finally got it to about the point that I wanted it, so I flicked it and I'm about ready to put it into the pump. Okay, so it is finally at the right point. There's still some bubbles, but that is okay. But now I am ready to put it in the cannula. So you put it into this little hole there. My hands are super duper shaky, but I finally got it in, and with my experience, it is really hard to like push the insulin in the first few times, but after a few times of trying, it might just be me, but after a few times of trying, it usually works. See, it's going in now. Okay, so now that the insulin is going in, you don't want to let any of the bubbles go into the cannula, which there were a lot, and I squirted some insulin at you. Now, I personally like to put the cap back on because it's just so much more safe. And now your cannula is ready. There were so many bubbles in the insulin capsule, it was crazy. And that is me wiping all of the insulin that I squirted on you off. So here we have my beautiful pink site. We have to unwrap it. Needle warning. So this is just a needle that I insert into my leg, super fast and easy. Once you get used to it, it does not feel like anything at all. There it is. Now I just unclip the tubing from the needle, and then I attach the tubing to the reservoir. Then I get my pump, which the old tubing is connected to, and unclip it. Then, I don't know if you're supposed to do this, it was probably not made for it, but I use the new cannula to unclip the old cannula and disconnect it from the pump. Then I proceed to insert the new cannula. Then I press a whole bunch of buttons, and I don't want to explain that part. And in this part you can see all of those bubbles that filled up in the cannula escape through the tubing out through the top here. Now that that's done, I'm just waiting for it to load. That was probably about a 2-minute process, I would say. Now in this part is just a little bit of a test. It gives me a little bit of insulin to see if it is working properly. Now the last thing you need to do is just take off the old one. And bam, you're done.